What's up guys, it's Machine here, back for another video for you guys today. You guys have been also patiently waiting for this video. This, my friends, is the video review of King ZenOh from Kamisama Sentai Zen-Ohger, my 15th installment of my OC Sentai universe. It's a really fun guy here. Definitely the most innovative one that I've made in a while. It's so good, it's so fun. You're gonna love this line, you're gonna love this mech. So great. So we do have quite a bit to go over here. I don't know how long the video will be, maybe longer than an average one, I don't know. But without wasting any more time, let's start with the video. So we have Demon Shinobi and Demon Beetle, both belonging to ZenOh, who is the leader, kind of quotations there. So let's first have a look at Demon Shinobi. So Demon Shinobi is pretty neat here. Not really too much going on. He's just a simple black little Shinobi, little mecha. He does look pretty cool. Very much kind of like in the same kind of vein as like Miracle Quake. There's a small kind of guy that forms the head, as you can see. There's the face back there. Not really too much. He just has his two little katana blades he's holding right here. Some black, some gray, some silver, some gold. Not really too much going for him. Articulation wise, he does have leg / waist articulation. It's just the ball joint here, so you can move that however you feel like. I guess depending on how you move it, that's the articulation is supposed to replicate. So he can't sit down, you can't tilt from side to side. You can rotate his head, so that's also a piece of articulation there. But overall, not really too much to go over here. And also, before I move on, ZenOh is based on Kankenja, which is the first team, my first Sentai team. Look at Demon Beetle. So he's a giant black beetle right here, but he does look pretty cool. Some nice gold all around, gunmetal gray. There's some pink, orange and pink, stud shooters, some red, just to break up the colors a little bit, just to give him a bit more color. Does look pretty nice. Articulation wise, you can rotate, not rotate, but you can move the head up on the hinge here. So it does move up quite a bit. You can move it, not down, it's about as far down as it goes, which is just like pretty much eye level. You can fold the mandibles in and out, so they do open and close. You can rotate them as well to get a different kind of angle. You do have leg articulation, so the legs can move forward, down, in, and out, so out quite a bit. And in it's also pretty good. You have ball joints on the back of the legs and soft ratchets right here. Demon Shinobi can sit in between the stud shooters up there, and the stud shooters do actually fire. Not actually gonna let that fire because stud shooters are annoying. As all LEGO fans know, they are nice up there for aesthetic though. There is Beetle next to Machine Fire. Machine Fire is a little bit bigger than this guy. You can also grip onto LEGO minifigures, as you can see here. Next, we have Donon Spot and Demon Zora, belonging to Spot ZenOh and Zora ZenOh. Having a closer look at Donon Spot, he is based off of Rearranger, which is the third season of my OC series. So he is an orange cheetah, third cheetah mech in a row. Because of course, Drive Cutter had highest speedo, Jutender had Kaisen cheetah, and this guy right here. Nice orange cheetah here. It's pretty cool. Nice orange, translucent. Right there, the gray, the gold. A little bit of brown, some red. Quite neat. It's kind of pretty small, kind of oddly built. But I kind of like it. You can move his head up and down. The legs can move forward and backward. The hind legs can't move backward, but can move forward. And the back piece here, which is almost like a kind of like a thruster here for when he runs. He actually can't stand up with it if it's sitting all the way up. He'll fall backwards, so it needs to be angled down like that. But he is a fun little guy, and I quite like him. He's pretty cool. Demon Zora, belonging to Zora ZenOh, based off of Rearranger, which I actually did show off that mech on the channel a while ago, which is the rescue season. Having a closer look at her here, she is based on a Dalmatian here. And you'll see what else she does. She actually has an alt mode, which we'll take a look at in a second. But let's have a closer look just at her base form here. She does have her little ears here. And her eyes, both eyes and ears are color-coded. So The left side is red, the right side is blue, the pink, some little magenta, the white really amplifies that look. Yeah, you can move her head up and down as well. The ears can also move up and down, and they can also swivel as well. The legs can move forward. These front legs can move, not forward, but they can move back. And that's actually part of our little gimmick. Here is take the head, fold it all the way down right here. Take the ears, fold these up, and rotate them so they're flush, and then fold them down like this to form sirens. Then you'll take the front legs, fold these up so the wheels are flush on the ground. Make sure the back half is folded up, and then fold the back half all the way up so it's flush on the body. So you will have her little ambulance mode. Ambulance mode, she can roll really nicely. Quite even. It's just really neat. Next we have Donon Cosmo, which belongs to Cosmo ZenOh, based off of Ultra Ranger, which you guys may be familiar with if you were watching Jutender last year. Cosmo here is basically just a giant spaceship that doesn't house his heavenly land. Each Zen-Ohger has their own heavenly land, except for Nin ZenOh, at least in the beginning. So Spot's is Rio Denari, Zora's is Lantubamu, Cosmo's is Soul Rocket. So the entirety of Soul Rocket does reside in the spaceship. So you can see here, it's actually, I think, a really cool design. A whole bunch of like varying colors with the nice yellows, the blues, the kind of like darkish, not dark yellow, it's like more of that macaroni color. A little bit of green. I think it just looks like a really cool look. As you can see, the two thrusters on the back. Since this one's kind of a spaceship, it's a little bit, it doesn't really have an articulation. You can move the head down up. You can rotate this to get this look up a little bit more. You can, this is on a ball joint, so you can rotate that a little bit. Well, not really rotate, you just can do whatever you feel like with it. But yeah, he's pretty cool, but there's not really too much to say about him other than him being a spaceship. We have DemonScash, belonging to Scott ZenOh, who is based off of Endanger, which if you guys seen videos from last year, you should know what Endanger is. This is his ult mode. This is the Bosset Fruit form. So like I said during Cosmo, each Zen-Ohger has a heavenly land. And the heavenly land, this is not the heavenly land, but the heavenly land, Bosset Fruit, is named after this. This is the Bosset Fruit form. The Bosset Fruit is a mythical fruit of Bosset Fruit. It's what it's called. It's what the heavenly land is called and what the mech is called. At least this form. And when one eats a Bosset Fruit, they basically become like professional liars, like perfected liars, like deceivers. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's insane. Think of like Kakaragi from Kyojin. It's pretty insane. But yeah, this is just the Bosset Fruit form. Pretty neat. I made him look as like, I guess appealing as possible, kind of in this form here, the Bosset Fruit form. Nothing really too much to say about it, but he does look pretty cool. Get him in warrior form is pretty easy. All you want to do here is take the leaf here, fold this down, take the leaves, fold these out, and bring the leaves up to stand them up like this. Then you'll take the bottom of the Bosset Fruit, kind of fold these up and down like this, and kind of open up the arms a little bit, and then the head will fold down. And there is DemonScash in his warrior mode. And I think he does look really cool. He's just a little warrior guy here, but I think, he does look pretty neat. And it kind of captures the Endanger style a little bit, because they're all like humanoid robots in that series. But he does look pretty cool. I just like the overall look of him. Articulation-wise, you can rotate the head from side to side. The arms can move up on that hinge, down. They can move inwards, outwards about that much. You can move the elbows back and forth. And the legs can kick forward that much, back and in and out. They can also rotate. But yeah, that is DemonScash right there. Two mechs left, technically, like, I guess 3, but these two count for the same thing. This is Deon Tenu, based off of Kin's Clan, which you may remember from Drive Guider. These guys are kind of similar to Hento from Kyojin, just like extra little bits to just add to the guy. And nothing really too much to say. They're just little tiny green birds. Or Tenku. Just some gold, some green. They are characterized by slightly different coloring. So this one has blue highlights, this one has yellow highlights, this one has orange eyes, this one has a green eye, and of course this one has a black, or this one has a black bottom, this one has a gray bottom. Articulation wise, each of their heads can move, not really up, it can move about that far down, and the wings can flap. Nothing really too much to say about these guys in particular though. Finally, we have Daemon Kitsune, based off of Uniranger, which again, you guys may remember from Drive Guider. But yeah, this guy is pretty cool. Not really too much to say about it, but I think it does offer a pretty nice look with the white and the orange and the gold. Pretty neat. Not really too detailed, but I think it does get the job done. There is something extra you can do with Scotch and Kitsune. You can have Scotch hold Kitsune like this. Just something with fun with that right there. Now that we've covered every single component of King ZenOh, we're going to form the robot now, working our way from bottom to top. Starting off with these two down here, these guys are pretty easy to transform. So we'll start off with Spot here. So what you're going to do here is fold the head up a little bit, fold the front legs back, take the hind legs, fold them forward, pop the body down and rotate it like this, fold this up, and then bring up this little black piece right here. So you have a leg like that. Or it's pretty much the same thing. Just the legs will be folded down like this, and these ones will fold up like that. And then you can once again bring the back section around here, bring this up like that, and there you go. You have another leg. So there are two legs ready to go. Next we have Beetle. So what you're gonna do here is remove the front like this, put it off to the side. Take the front legs here, fold them down like this, like that, and just kind of straighten them out, or just leave them out. It doesn't really matter, but we're gonna fold these in just to make it easier. And then you'll take the back legs here, just kind of leave them out of the way, just kind of fold them down like this, and then just kind of straighten them out here. We'll just kind of get those out the way right now. On the legs, so of course you have orange on this leg, so Spot goes on this leg, and then pink on this leg, so Zora goes on this leg, just like this. And then you have the body. Next we have Cosmo. Cosmo will fly right here and attach right on top, right there, just like this. We'll come to the back here, fold up the legs here so they're flush with the shape of Cosmo there. You kind of rotate them a little bit to get a little bit of a better angle, and then take the front head and fold it down like this. So then from here, what you'll do is flip out, take this thruster here, fold this out like this, rotate it like that, bring down this section here, take this little flap here, fold it inward, and then pop the fist out like that so you have an arm. And you will do the same to the other side. So it's the same process. This up, down, pop down the fist. And then take the top of the ship and fold it down to form the chest. And then you'll take the front part of Beetle, take this little panel here, fold it up like this, take the mandibles, fold them inward, and then rotate them up like this. And then this will attach right here on the chest, just like so, to form the chest plate. It was also easy. They will go on the forearms here on these little studs, and they are color coordinated. So this one has a blue stud, so the blue Tenku goes on this side, right here on the arm, fold down the head, fold down the wings. And this one has a yellow stud, so the yellow Tenku will go here, fold down the wings, fold down the head, and there you go. Nobi, you just want to make him sit down like this, turn to the back, and then fold up the little horns like this, and he will sit right on top of Cosmo right there to form the head. It is quite easy to form. All you have to do is take the head of Scotch, fold it up like this, make sure the legs are flush, kind of pivot them up a little bit to get them out the way, and then fold the arms back like this. And then Kitsune, get the ears out the way, just make sure they're up, and then he will plug in right here in this little Technic hole right here, plug it in, and then that'll form the sword. Sword will fit very comfortably into his hand like this. So there is King ZenOh all put together, and this guy definitely does look grand. He looks like a DX, like Sentai, like action figure. He looks like something like Lego or Bandai would actually put out. It looks great. All the nice detail, everything comes together nicely, flows together nicely. Nothing looks out of place. Everything looks great on this guy. As you can see, very, very nice colors. It pops out. It just looks so good. Before I get to the actual articulation, I want to talk about a little bit more of the actual aesthetic of this guy. So I'm not going to remove the sword, because the sword is cool. He can't pose with the sword, but the sword is kind of heavy for him. So it's kind of get in the way. So we're going to set it off to the side and just talk about the aesthetic a bit more. So as you can see, he does have the chest plate here with the mandibles and the gold up here on the helmet or the head to kind of make it look, you know, kind of match. But also he does have the two back legs sticking out here, almost like fins. Also kind of like, I guess sort of mimicking how the horns and the chest plate look. So it looks like a nice even all around. I put some green. You can see there's green on Cosmo's arm, kind of match Tenku. And then there's orange on Spot's leg, and then orange on Spot's leg and pink on Zor's side of the leg. So everything just looks like it fits together because they do, and it's great. And since there's no Red Ranger in the beginning part, I did put a little bit of red on the leg in the torso, just so it's not completely void of red. I think it does end up looking pretty neat overall as a package. And he definitely does look like, he's definitely, of every mech I've ever made, he looks the most like something Lego would actually sell or something Bandai would actually make. He looks like a DX Sentai figure, which was kind of the, that was kind of the inspiration. You know, coming off of Donbers and Kyoji, having like really cool articulated robots, which, you know, that my past must have been articulated too, but I don't think they didn't capture the DX like super sturdy, tough look. Like I can grab this guy by the torso and like he just feels like he feels hefty, he's chunky, but he's also really, really sturdy, which is why I got rid of the knee articulation. Speaking of, let's look at the articulation right now. So even the head here, I made the head way more defined. He looks like, an actual, like, head. I never made a head like this defined before, and it does look really good. But the head can rotate. This is the first time we really have head articulation on any of these mechs. So the head can rotate from side to side. You can't really move it up just to the way it's kind of sitting right here. You can move it up a little bit, because this is straight on. This is up, so it's only a little bit. But you can move it down, and you can rotate. So you can, like, angle it in multiple different ways because of the ball joint, and it does work out really, really well. The arms can move forward, backward, up, down. You can move the mandible out the way if you need to, or just move the arm however you need to not make it bump into it. You do have a rotation at the elbow, an elbow joint that will bend. It's not like a full 90 degrees, it's like a 75, but it's still pretty good. You do have a ball joint in the wrist as well. Now, I can completely re-engineer the legs, because the legs on my past Sentai robots have been the standard, you know, Lego, like, joint legs, which isn't bad, but, like, I think it kind of is. In my opinion, it is, because the legs are a lot more floppy that way, and it just doesn't feel as solid. This, I went for the Ninjago approach. At least a lot of Ninjago mechs have this engineering, where you have two of the jointed ratchet pins with the, I don't know what this piece is called, but this rounded, like, heavy ratchet Lego piece with the Technic holes in there. So now he has all the same Lego articulation, but now it's a lot more sturdy. You can kick back, kick forward, and it splits about that much. And I got rid of the knee articulation, because knee articulation, I think, is more of a hindrance. Again, I will do a video explaining why, how I engineer these guys now, and like why I got rid of all this stuff. But yeah, there's a reason why I got rid of knee articulation, which I'll explain in a future video coming soon. But I did give him ankle articulation, because he has really, like, defined feet. So you can move the legs, or the feet, backwards, forward, rotate them. You can do the ankle rocker. And these black pieces, all they're there for is just, because for later combinations, just like this mech in general, especially with how heavy the sword is, he can, like, lean forward a little bit too much. So these are just kind of like stoppers, just to keep him from, just to catch him from folding or bending too much in one direction forward. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about this guy aesthetically and articulation wise. There's another little thing, funny thing you can do with them though. Yeah, you can actually take off the Tenku here, and the bottom piece here, you can see, comes off. You can put this on the side as an arm-mounted gun, like that. But that's not all. There's studs on the back here. You can put Tenku on the back of here. So you can't put Tenku right on the back, just so he's not just hanging out. So you can have a little arm-mounted gun, which is pretty cool. So that's a little fun little feature. But you can have, well, I didn't need to take that guy off. But you can also have the front of Beetle here be the side. Yeah, and there's that look real quick right there, just to have a fun little feature. So there you go. And for a size comparison, because I don't know how the perspective of this guy, but King ZenOh is massive. Here he is next to Kiramazen, which, yeah, we all know Kiramazen is a little bit small. But here he is next to Zenkaiyo, and Zenkaiyo doesn't even reach King ZenOh's shoulder. And Kiramazen, where does Kiramazen come up to? Because I know the camera gives a different perspective than it does in real life. So Kiramazen comes to, what, just under the bottom part of the chest, around the ab section. This guy's massive. Kiramazen, like Kiramazen's whole body is almost the size of King ZenOh's whole leg. This guy's massive. He's huge. I lost my tape measuring. I lost my measuring tape before filming this video. I don't know where it's at. I misplaced it. But last time I measured this guy, I believe he's over a foot tall. He's over, I believe, about 13 inches tall to the top of the highest point of the crown. And then to the top of the head, he's probably like just shy of a foot. So definitely taller than your average Sentai mech. And to put that into perspective, Jutano was a little bit taller than Zenkaiyo. So Jutano will probably reach to about King ZenOh's shoulder. Around there. But yeah, this guy is really massive, really big. Definitely the biggest individual mech I've ever made. But yeah, there's that comparison there. But yeah, that's the thing I'm about to do for this video. Thank you guys for being so patient with me with this line. I know I've been teasing Zen-Ohger on the channel for months, and it's finally here. 2024 is here, and we're finally going to be able to do Zen-Ohger videos. So stay tuned for not only the subsequent King ZenOh videos, as I have the Gatai video coming out and my build technique video coming out, but also just the line in general. So thank you guys so much for watching the video once again. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.